What do you want to do?
I don't know. We don't have an intro. Looks like you're drinking piss.
Shit. Oh God, I grabbed the wrong one.
Welcome to the Glaziar Gaming podcast. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I am Mychal Glaziar. This is Joe Rybolt. We are here. This is our second section of our podcast. We recorded second. This isn't necessarily second. We have a sports section, so feel free to check that out if you're interested in sports. Otherwise, this is Marvel entertainment, all that fun stuff. And we have some good stuff for today. We got some Miss Marvel news with her villain or villains. TikTok is now officially in the MCU. We got some spin-off movies planned for the Sonyverse, including maybe Sandman and Rhino. Hawkeye episodes 1 and 2. Our reactions. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it better than WandaVision or Loki? Is it? Who knows? Then we have Delroy Lindo joining Blade. Some interesting facts about Disney Plus, as well as some miscellaneous news, including the Arcane finale, Project L, Bjergsen going to Team Liquid, and It's-a-me, Mario. So, let's get into it. Let's start with Marvel. We have had some hot topics when it comes to Miss Marvel. You and I...
Well, wait. She's 16, I think. Carry on.
Anyway, we have gotten our blood boiling pretty solid when it comes to Miss Marvel because of the fact that she has Infinity Gauntlet beta versions. She has been delayed. Her whole show, Miss Marvel, has been delayed. They couldn't show us much in the trailer because we think that they're reshooting everything and making it so she can actually.
They had some weird purple glow in the teaser while she's dancing, but it doesn't show anything. I would love if they are delaying it to fix her power set. Because there was nothing wrong with it in the first place, and you're racist if you think not otherwise. So.
And sexist.
Yeah.
Yes. But anyway, the big news that's coming out about Miss Marvel is apparently one of the villains, or the primary focus of villains, will be Clandestine.
I know nothing about them, but I saw the rumor.
So Clandestine is the superpowered progeny of Adam of Destine and Alele, who is a djinn or genie. In recent years, they've become reluctant superheroes due to their youngest family members, Rory and Pandora, developing powers in their adolescence. For those of you who don't know, Clandestine is a family of villains, similar to how we have Fantastic Four and Defenders, like families, Eternals, families of heroes, Inhumans. Clandestine is actually a family, except they're actually like related, family of villains. So it sounds like Clandestine will actually be the primary villains of Miss Marvel. The original man, Adam, is he's over 1,000 years old. And then their family, he's had his children all the way up since then. So sure. Could be interesting. I believe they are Middle Eastern based. Adam is from England. However, he joins the Third Crusade under Richard the Lionheart, and he was captured by a warlord in the Middle East.
Got it.
So
I mean, I don't know too much about them, but I think it seems like a very good group of villains to put in this.
They are most commonly attributed to the Inhumans and X-Men.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I don't see anything wrong with it. So,
yeah. So I wanted to bring that up to everyone. So it'll be cool because family of villains. Sinister Six is huge. They're kind of a family of villains,
Yeah. I mean, Inhumans is a family in itself, damn near, because you got
Black
Bolt.
She's really not a human, is she?
Exactly, and humans don't exist in the MCU. So you've got Black Bolt, King of the Inhumans, his wife Medusa, Queen of the Inhumans, and then Crystal is Medusa's sister.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all, part of this royal family.
Thanos' brother,
and then Black Bolt's brother is
Thanos'
Maximus.
son.
Yeah, Thane is in half Inhuman too, I believe. So
seems like they might be making some smarter decisions now with the whole reboot
changes. Yeah, hopefully.
They're rebooting the show before it even starts, similar to how they did with Sonic, and that worked out well for Sonic, except for the animators.
The teeth.
And his legs, they shortened his legs. Yeah. They changed his eyes. They changed his teeth. It worked out for everybody there except for the animators. So hopefully everything works out well for the people behind the scenes this time around with Miss Marvel. Keeping with the MCU, TikTok.
Yeah, it's officially MCU canon.
Many people have TikTok. It's widely used. One of the most popular and up-and-coming, growing social medias. Now, the MCU, Marvel, has an official TikTok. Yeah. They released their first official TikTok, which was a news break by an intern
Betsy, I forgot her name.
Betty White.
Betty White.
She was part of the Chronicle or
Daily Bugle.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. If you don't have TikTok, you can find it on Twitter, Facebook, Google. It's there. You can see it. It's pretty funny, pretty interesting, kind of quirky. Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. They're creating a little attachment into this world.
Right.
Maybe they'll have some hints here and there.
Some marketing ploys. Yeah.
We'll see. Just wanted to throw it out there. I don't have much to say because I don't have TikTok. I'm not a huge fan of TikTok, but it's cool. They're reaching out. It's smart marketing.
Yeah.
On to Spider-Man No Way Home, because we have to talk about it at least once for the keyword search for Google and YouTube. So we were talking the other day, just the other episode. We talked about how can you keep having these villain solo movies? Because eventually you have to have a villain be a villain, right? You can't have all these people be anti-heroes. Well, apparently they are thinking about making a Rhino and Sandman solo movies.
Right, and this is after the news of them making a Kraven movie. I'm
not sure if Rhino will be... Sandman seems much more interesting than Rhino.
Yeah, Sandman, he was doing things for the right reason, too.
Right.
So Sandman I definitely could see.
Rhino seems like
Thomas Hayden Church
level.
Is Thomas Hayden Church too old to... Like, I don't know.
No, he's not. Because Sandman's sad. CGI doesn't... Right. Not only is he a good actor, he doesn't age super fast. Like, he looks good for his age.
Okay.
And it's so much CGI that...
Yeah.
You could have an old weathered Sandman who has developed stronger powers because he knows how to develop
I'd like to see would it be a one-off and like you see how that Sandman dies to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man?
Right, like a prequel that finishes with No Way Home and him dying in No Way Home?
Yeah. Well, he's Doctor Strange said that all these villains died as Spider-Mans in their respective universe. So we don't see Sandman die in Tobey Maguire's universe. So would it be just a one-off about how he got tied up in the wrong thing and he died to Tobey Maguire? I don't know. Spider-Man 4? And
we're gonna keep asking for Amazing Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man 4 until it happens.
Yeah. And then Rhino, you don't see him die either, so...
Right. Rhino we never got to see at all.
Oh, he's like a post-credit scene.
Post-credit scene that he got snapped with Andrew Garfield's web and that was it.
Yeah. He's about to get hit by a manhole cover. Yeah.
And we saw that he's like an ex-prisoner or something.
Yeah.
Ex-inmate.
Yeah.
Sandman seems much more interesting, but I'm not sure how they're going to portray them either as anti-villains or if we're finally going to get like true villain stories.
Yeah.
And are they going to be like? Are we expecting 2-hour epics?
Yeah, I don't know. 1.5 hour Venom.
It's not like Sony has a Disney Plus, to release.
Actually, well, what? So.
What?
2022, the Sony stuff's coming on Disney Plus.
Exactly. So they could release them as like 90-minute Disney Plus specials,
or 8 or 6 hour Disney Plus shows.
Right. I don't know if they could do 6 hours worth though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we'll see. I'm hesitant on the Rhino thing.
The Craven's the only one that makes sense, I guess.
Right, you can do a whole story on Craven.
Craven's bigger than the other two as well, so...
Yep. Like, I couldn't believe they were thinking about doing a Vulture solo.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Like, obviously, I think they can do it. It's just, they didn't stop to think about whether or not they should. So, we'll see how that turns out. I think, early speculation, Sandman will be way better.
Yeah.
No matter if it's Thomas Hayden Church or somebody else.
Yeah.
We just mentioned Disney Plus.
We did.
We watched Hawkeye episodes 1 and 2, and I hope you did as well if you're watching this. Hawkeye was surprisingly good for me.
It was, yeah. It was really good for me too.
My expectations were not high, which always helps when your expectations are low. Almost always you come out thinking, okay, that was better than I thought, because your expectations were low.
Sure.
I will say my expectations were into Black Widow. I went in very low, and I left, and they did not meet those expectations.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Without Yelena Belova, that movie was just a tank.
Yeah, Yelena Belova, the post-credit scene, a little bit of Red Guardian,
like where they go with Red Guardian and like Rachel Weisz's character, like where they go with that could be good. Outside of that, Black Widow was just not good. Hawkeye, on the other hand, went in with low expectations, and absolutely, I thought it was, so far, I like it better than the first 2 episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I like it better than the first episode of WandaVision.
Yeah. Let's see here. I thought not a lot of people throughout the Avengers films, or people watching the Avengers films, really like account as Hawkeye being this like standalone, like can lead a show. But I thought Jeremy Renner,
purple. He needs to work on his branding.
Renner was fantastic throughout these first 2 episodes. I thought Jeremy Renner was like I don't know, it was almost like captivating while he was on there. So
he was very good. He and Haley Steinfeld did really well.
Yeah,
like they have 2 main characters that work with each other well, and when they're by themselves, captivating was a good word. Like you want to watch.
Yeah.
And not only the main cast, I tweeted a few things about it without spoilers. Whenever I watch, I usually live tweet it a little bit. And I try not to spoil at all. And I think some of those side characters really, really did well. So her stepdad, that guy, so hateable.
Oh, very hateable. Very hateable. But here's another thing. I think they're almost like, they're like, all right, you're like, for sure, this guy's a bad guy. This guy's a bad guy. This guy's a bad guy. But I think they're like there's another story there.
They're fading you with
it's way too like obvious.
Right.
With him. So yeah.
When Armand came into the show, I was like, God, that guy needs to die. Well,
Armand the 7th, you mean?
No, the 3rd. No, God. No, when Armand the 3rd came in, I was like, God, that guy.
Yeah.
Like when he's told her she needs to dress more feminine for the wedding, I was like, oh, dude, get out of here.
Yeah, this watch out. Just I guess early predictions. Watch out for the mom. There's something with the mom.
She seems off.
She is off. I think she's off for sure.
Yeah. And then when the stepdad gave her this butterscotch, like, what are you hiding? And he was like, butterscotch? Like he knew she knows.
Yeah, he knew. Yeah, he was trying to rile her up, I think, too. And then what else do I think?
But yet he was interested in the Ronin stuff. I don't know. I hate him. Yeah, but I feel like he's not who we think he is.
Exactly. Like either he's covering up for something else. There's another story.
Like he's undercover to inspect her mom.
Yeah, something.
Because she did not care when the dad was dead.
Super. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right in the beginning, it's like, where was she?
Right. Yeah.
Like her, like little Kate Bishop was freaking out. We
gotta go.
The room just exploded, and then she's like, as soon as that happened, she'd be like, Kate. Like that'd be the first thought. She'd be yelling. She'd be like, Kate, where are you, Kate?
We gotta go. Where's Dad? We gotta go.
Like, go. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
What? Yeah.
And then she's seemingly like grown in wealth, even though it seemed like the father was the wealthy one.
Right. Yeah. She owns the security company now.
Yeah.
And the security company, based on Kate with her phone, has access to find anybody anywhere at any time. Like she was able to find Hawkeye, which like S.H.I.E.L.D. couldn't find Hawkeye, and she was able to find Hawkeye based on his cell phone on her phone in an instant. So that security company is sketchy, which is why I think the stepdad is trying to get into the security company.
Yeah, because if you can get into that, you'll know where anything is. Everything's coming from that Avengers compound too.
Yeah,
and the Avengers compound was when Thanos bombed it. Like that was the Avengers compound. So like it could be damage control. Like it could be damage control that led to everything. But someone got in there into Avengers compound after it got blown up, took everything of value, and is now selling it illegally.
Right. Yeah.
there's another story there too.
Yeah,
so.
it's that I see, and that's the thing is like it has good build up, it has good individual casting and stories, it has terrific score. The score has been really good, and the lighting has been really nice, like from just a critic standpoint. So I was very surprised at how everything so far has done. Haley Steinfeld is so great. She's winning at life right now. Apparently, oh yeah, she's Vi in Arcane.
Season 3 of Dickinson, I think, is something like an Amazon show.
Yeah,
she's in. She's the lead in that, and like that was at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Arcane is at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hawkeye's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Into the Spider-Verse is the highest rated Marvel movie ever.
Yep.
And she's Gwen Stacy.
So she's winning at life. She's
King Midas. Anything she touches right now, just put her in it.
Yeah,
so
she's in there.
So I think her last song
Glover
that came out was 2016. She needs to start coming out with some music now.
Yeah, her and Donald Glover are just like the Disney powerhouses. They're like, you get that talent, you hold on to it.
It's very smart
for that.
And she's so young that you can have her at Disney for a long time.
Yeah, and she's 22 in MCU, so like
we need more. We need more Haley Steinfeld. She's so good. So good. Anyway, she was really funny. Jeremy Renner, which I knew
the fangirl, amazing. Like which is we all expected that. That's what happens
and that was all the spoilers before the show came out was that's what she was supposed to be.
Yeah. So.
And Jeremy Renner, I knew he was funny already because of off-screen interviews, but he's so
when he was gonna punch her, and he's like, "Come on!"
Like, he takes the mask off.
He's like, "Come on!"
Yeah, because he can't hit a girl.
Yeah,
unless she hits first. I think that's like his rule. Like that, he has to get punched first.
Yeah. We'll wait till Yelena shows up. So
right, exactly. Which Yelena did not show up in the first 2 episodes. That was one of the big rumors. Kingpin also did not show up.
I got some Kingpin things.
The first scene was hyped, and people were talking about fans are gonna go nuts at the first scene. No, I disagree so much. The mom part was so much more interesting than anything else I heard about that first scene.
Yeah, the coolest part about that was so in Daredevil was known for the super long shoots where it's like a constant run. It's one take throughout the whole thing. Daredevil did that a lot.
Punisher did it a couple times too.
Punisher did it a couple times. So that's what a lot of people loved, and I think that's what they were referring to was the long take with young Kate.
Okay.
Which was sweet, like to see the long take of it, but like
way overhyped though.
Yeah.
They were telling me, people were talking about, ooh, I wonder if they said apparently they threw you right into the action and they reveal a character, and it's like, no, they really don't. Other than that though, I did really like basically everything else in terms of
I thought it was great. Everyone I've heard talk about it, they all love it so far. So very excited for the 3rd episode.
And they revealed who the villain is gonna be.
Yeah,
or the primary villain. Yeah, which is going to be the Hand.
Hopefully.
Seems everything.
Yeah, it seems like everything.
It's Hand. It's Hand.
With all the swords and stuff, that kind of leads me to believe. So the teaser at the end of episode 2 was Echo. Was Alakwa Cox.
I thought I recognized her, but when I looked her up, I did not recognize her. So.
Yeah, Alakwa Cox. So she's playing the character Echo.
Yep.
Very similar to Daredevil.
She did not say a word.
Yeah, she did not say a word. The one guy had to repeat what he was saying twice because she's deaf. But
which Hawkeye is also deaf in one ear.
Yeah, one ear. I thought that was funny. It's like, how did that happen? And then she's like,
all the explosions.
He's like, I don't know. He's like, at any time actually is when it could happen.
Yeah.
And fun fact here, I don't know if you know this, but do you remember in Hawkeye where there was the giant Christmas tree?
Yeah.
That building behind it is the same building that Wilson Fisk bought in season 3 of Daredevil. And it was filmed at the exact same building. Like the exact same building.
You brought up Wilson Fisk, Kingpin.
Yeah.
Was that the Kingpin thing you were going to say?
That was the Kingpin thing I was going to say. The same exact building used in Daredevil season 3 that Wilson Fisk bought.
So the primary writer of Hawkeye was just talking and said that her favorite episode, if she had to pick one episode, her favorite episode of Hawkeye is episode 5. Episode 5 is supposed to come out the week of No Way Home. And Charlie Cox is rumored to be in No Way Home. It's all coming together,
It's
people.
all coming together.
Episode 5 is where Kingpin and Charlie Cox most likely will make some sort of appearance, and then they'll appear in No Way Home, and we're gonna get the connection.
Yep.
Just saying. She said episode 5, and episode 5 comes out right with No Way Home.
Is it December 15th or the one after it?
It was the one like right before No Way Home. So No Way Home comes out the 17th, right?
Yes.
Episode 5 comes out on the 15th. Episode 5 comes out the 15th, and then immediately. So I wanted to mention that, like,
the same building. The same
Episode
building
5.
that was used
Yeah.
in Daredevil season 3 that Wilson Fisk bought.
It's a good show. If you weren't sure if you wanted to see it, weren't sure if it would be as good as WandaVision, Loki, those sorts of things. No superpowers, really. You know, it's just super good aim, those sorts of like superhuman abilities. Doesn't matter. The writing and everything so far has just taken it to the next level. The story building is
taking
there.
it to.
Yeah. So I'm excited for it. I want to see more. I really want to see the next episode. And it's one of those that you can tell you can tell that they really planned this out from like all the little details. And Kate is frustrating. Like, she's a great character, but so far she's been so frustrating, which makes you feel what Hawkeye's feeling, which is a great way to attach your audience to a character.
Right.
But they make Kate so frustrating.
Yeah.
She's like klutzy and causes so many issues when she's not trying. Very Jinx-esque.
Yeah. She's very like oh, you're doing that. Like, that's smart. Are you like scouting? Are you scouting at the head right now? Like,
is that like what you're always doing?
She's like trying to figure out how Hawkeye's brain works so that she can be. I mean, she idolizes him. So
yeah, he saved her life.
Yeah. So
he doesn't know yet either. After 2 episodes, I was waiting for her to say something. He does not know he saved her life.
Yeah.
During the attack of the Avengers. So
Chitauri was flying right at her. So.
Episode 3 comes out next week on Wednesday, and we should get some more interaction with Echo.
Yeah, like I wonder how many people, and these are just not dumb Marvel fans, but people who don't really know. I wonder how many people thought that was Elektra.
I would say 5% of people.
Color scheme, her look, yeah, it could fit the Elektra build.
I would bet about 5% of people thought that was Elektra. I was like, that's either Echo or introducing somebody else.
Yeah.
I definitely thought Hand the whole time though.
Yeah. Yeah, I get major Hand vibes. And I mean, Wilson Fisk kind of owns the Hand almost, so.
Yeah, I'll own your Hand. But yeah, I don't really have too much else to say about Hawkeye other than it was way better than I expected. And I love the fact that it's happening around Christmas. Everybody should be applauded, from the lighting, score, writing, all the way to the primary acting of Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, for sure.
Very good all around so far. Makes me happy considering this phase opened up weekly. Also, this is happening after Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I told Taylor that.
Yeah. Right, happening after Shang-Chi, which I think is cool. It's nice to get an image of the timeline.
Yeah.
The next thing we will talk about is we have 2 more Disney Plus things to mention. The second one is not. 60% of viewers on Disney Plus have shown, based on a recent study, that the shows that they watch on a regular basis, or the products they watch on a regular basis, are the Marvel products. 60% of the people, when they log on to Disney Plus, it is to watch a Marvel product. They may watch other things like a Pixar product or, Disney animated show, but it is once in a while when they log on, say they log on 7 days a week. 5 or 6 of those days, they only watch a Marvel product.
Sure.
And that's 60% of the Disney Plus users.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. When when they announced the Disney Plus thing, and they were like, "We're gonna make MCU movie or shows on here, and they're gonna be canon to the MCU."
Immediately, it was like, "I have to have Disney Plus then."
Exactly.
Super smart.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, and plus, if a lot of people do that bundle, where they get Hulu and ESPN Plus, so it's like, I mean, they make it affordable for people. So
I have that.
Yeah. So I mean, smart by them. Smart by them. It doesn't surprise me. 60% is over half the users. That's
when I told my wife, she wasn't even surprised.
Yeah,
I believe it. I was like, okay.
I mean, Marvel is probably the biggest IP in the world right now. So
IPA.
It's surprising. Yeah, IPA. It's a beer. It's a beer. It's a bar.
It's a bar. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. I think that is awesome marketing on their side. Just it's very clear. Like I would have expected not 60% because that means not a lot of people are because like Mandalorian was so huge. That means the people that are watching all these Marvel products, it's like, yeah, I watch Marvel and Mandalorian.
I mean, that's going to change going forward because they got a lot of Star Wars stuff coming out,
Right.
like Kenobi or Ahsoka or just Mandalorian season 3. You know, they got more Star Wars stuff because of the success of Mandalorian. So that number should change later. It should be Star Wars will get more of a bump. But
when we come back after a break from our sponsor, we have one last Marvel product. Last Marvel piece of news to tell you, and then we have 3 League of Legends things and 1
random
miscellaneous random. So here we go. Do you like video games? Do you watch YouTube? Well then check out Glaziar Gaming.
That was just to prevent them from jumping on us, but we're fine.
All right, Ken's behind. Coming up behind him though. I'm gonna pop.
Nice find.
Now let's get these inhibs.
Yeah, it's game. Easy. Our last Marvel topic, as mentioned before we went to break, Delroy Lindo joins Blade in an undisclosed role. For those of you who don't know who Delroy Lindo is, I recognize him from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Pretty good movie.
It's amazing Nicolas Cage movie. He plays Detective Castlebeck. So if you've seen, he's in a few other things like he's much more well known for, but that's where I know him from. And he's really good. He plays a serious character well. And he can also play like the drama role. He's big into like he's been in multiple law shows, crime shows, often as detective and like that sort of thing. So I think he has some range. It'll be good. I don't know what the role is because it's undisclosed.
Seems like a good ad.
Yeah, it'll be.
So.
Well, Blade seems to be making tons of solid decisions. Whether it was showing up in Eternals or the fact that he's going to be in 5 other shows.
Yeah.
They're doing the right thing. They're doing
plus
the thing
they
that
have,
DC doesn't do.
Yeah, they have an all-star in Mahershala Ali, so
right, and they're building the character by sprinkling them in other things, and they get their solo thing, and then they get thrown into a team like Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns, yeah.
Yeah, like this is what DC doesn't do, and then they wonder why everything flops. Look at what they're doing with Blade. Like, oh, just a voice. You don't even see him in Eternals. He just gets a line in a post-credit scene. And then,
which another tease of Dane Whitman as Black Knight, like
exactly. And then he's gonna be in She-Hulk or what was it? What Disney Plus shows? Moon Knight. He's gonna be a Moon Knight. He's gonna be part of the Midnight Suns. He's getting his solo movie. May show up in Morbius. Like it's just so smart. DC
Sprinkles.
doesn't do any of that. Yeah, you sprinkles
breadcrumbs
before you get into the frosting and then dive into the cupcake. You know.
Cupcake. Speaking of cupcakes,
Arcane. We didn't do the finale last time, even though the finale came out the day after we released our episode. Arcane finale, we watched it. After it was over, I felt the same way I felt every episode. That show is one of the best shows I have ever seen in my adult life. Yeah.
But not the best adult film you've seen in your
the best one I've seen is probably the 6 or 7 I've been in.
Oh,
it's just so immersive of an experience.
Right.
All of those guys,
director,
so fun to work
actor,
with.
Producer.
Yeah, like those guys were professional. It's great to work with.
Top down.
I was trying to keep a straight face, but then you were so.
He got me earlier.
Oh man. But yeah, Arcane was incredible. I had one issue. So first of all, we teased Warwick. Very cool. Right. Love that. Very cool. Yep. They teach some other things. Talked to a couple buddies. They don't think Silco's actually dead. because Sam is sticking to that. I think Silco is Jin still, and he thinks he thinks Singe is gonna bring Silco back as Jin.
I think I want to say he's too short.
He looks too short, and he also isn't a weapons guy. He's a brain behind the brains type of guy.
Yeah, he's got muscle to do it himself.
Yeah.
So I'm not sold on Jin.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that gun that Caitlyn sold to save Vi ends up being used by Jin.
Yeah.
Because Jin, when he uses his extends the gun, the gun flips out and extended.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, but in terms of Silco being Jin, I don't think so.
I think Silco's arc was perfect. So
I agree.
From start to finish, Silco's arc was perfect.
So what I mentioned, there was an issue. I did have one issue. Jinx, final scene, where she decides to become Jinx. That didn't make sense from a writing standpoint. She is talking with Vi and Silco and Caitlyn. She says to kill Caitlyn to prove that you still want me back as powder, and then she says she can't, but then they talk back and forth, and she seems like she really does believe Vi and that they are gonna go away together and leave, but then Silco does his thing and Jinx kills Silco.
Silco tries to kill Vi.
So then she kills Silco, so it proves she will protect Vi and loves Vi, but then she hugs Silco.
The only way I can see it is that
and gets pissed. All of a sudden she's pissed at Vi.
Jinx was like, you made me do this or something. It's Vi, it's your fault.
Right.
That I had to do this, that I had to save you.
It's just the sequence of events didn't really add up. It's like they wanted to get to the point of Jinx picking Jinx. They had the idea in their head, let's have her sit down in a Jinx chair and shoot the super mega death rocket. Right. And then they were
how much damage you think that thing did too?
A lot.
Yeah.
And then it was how do we get there? It was they didn't know. They knew what the end goal without knowing how they were going to get there. That was my only complaint. Basically, my only complaint of the entire show. All 9 episodes, that was my only complaint was that scene. The super mega death rocket. Funniest thing I saw was somebody saying alternate ending to it, and it's Yasuo putting his wind wall up and just done.
Yeah.
So that little ball blew up half a building.
Yeah, because they weaponized it.
Right.
When they were they constantly throughout the whole thing was what if the Zonites weaponize it? What if they weaponize it? What if there's someone smart enough down there to weaponize it? And it's well, you're giving it to the psychopath that
Jinx
has
figured
been
out
working on
Hex
guns
Tech in a week.
Yeah.
She's a genius.
Yeah.
She's an absolute genius.
She's an ammunitions expert, guns expert.
But because as Powder dropped that ball and it rolled into a wall, it blew up half a building. This was the toned down version because it was smoothed out,
Yeah,
but
it was the one they can control.
Exactly.
Right.
But if that little one that they couldn't control blew up half a building, and this one was weaponized, we all know that Jace is gonna live.
Well, yeah, he's a champion, so he's guaranteed to live. So
and he was in there, but Madara was.
Yeah, they're all probably gone.
She was taking that to the face.
Yeah, they're all probably gone. And
with killing Madara is how you get Noxus to get mad and join.
Yeah. And
that's also gonna get Jace to weaponize.
The Dinger got out of there, so
yeah, he did. I love Heimer. Heimer was the last couple episodes. Heimer became just lovable, pure lovable.
Right. Yeah, raise your dongers.
Oh yeah, raise the whole time. It's very clear Vi and Caitlyn have feelings towards each other.
Yeah, no, Vi and Caitlyn, I'm down with.
You're down with it, yeah.
We still would have loved the Jason Victor romance.
I wanted Jason Victor to take each other to Pound Town so bad.
Yeah, especially with Victor's needlessly large rod.
Oh my God, that still frame of his pants. Jeez. My God.
No wonder he needs a cane.
No, he would be limping without a cane. Absolutely. That's probably what happened. He tripped on it as a kid.
Fractured his entire leg. Or straight to the hip.
It had to be. All so his muscles are deteriorating because all the blood has to go to that schlong.
Yeah, no wonder Joy liked him so much.
Yeah, he woke up with Morningwood one day and his leg went dead.
Yeah, and it impaled the person on the floor above too. Talk
Hashtag
about
Arcane.
Dictor. Hashtag
Dictor,
Dictor.
man. Hashtag Dictor. Whew. They said Jace was the one who made hammers.
Right. Oh yeah. No. Jace put hammers in the hands of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jace put Victor put hammers in his own hands.
Yeah.
Whew. Anyway.
Imagine if you put that thing up to the hex core. Good God, the hex core would freaking be afraid.
The hex core would implode on itself.
Yeah.
Humans can't handle magic? No, magic can't handle this human. Yeah. You know the scene with Madara's mom where she comes out of the tub?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would. If she did the same thing and there was Victor there, she'd go run right back into the tub and probably hide under the water.
Yeah. If Dictor came out, it would just still be in the tub.
Right? Yeah. Walking up to Jace and just dragging behind him. It's caught in one of the jets.
They have jets back then.
Well, I mean, they have Hex-Tech magic.
Yeah.
Flying
It's Hex-Tech jets.
Yeah.
Hex-Tech jets. Funny.
Speaking of that, though, Madara's mom was an interesting character. She brought in Noxus. She also brought up the fact that her son, which was Madara's brother,
Right.
Mel
Yep.
Madara,
Melodara.
was killed because he backstabbed the wrong Noxian. And the big theory is that it's Darius.
Darius. Yeah.
That he backstabbed Darius, and Darius, the
Executed him.
executioner,
Yeah.
executed him.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good idea considering the lore built around Darius and Traven throughout all of League of Legends.
Yeah.
Noxus and Demacia are like the clear step of who you'd want to bring in.
Yeah,
And
they're the
obviously-
big cities. There's the
Right.
big good city and the big bad city, and
then,
that's them.
Like, there's still Shurima, Shadow Isles,
Freljord,
Freljord,
Vandal
I feel like
City.
is huge.
Yeah.
And Vandal City seems like it's one that people are gonna they're gonna want to do right. So that's gonna be the one we don't see right
Yeah.
away.
They got to make Teemo as hateable as possible.
Oh yeah. And so I actually had a tweet that blew up a little bit because I tweeted about Arcane saying we all know who the evil person was that the evil mastermind that he backstabbed, and I put a picture of Teemo.
Yeah.
And then it got a bunch of likes. Twitter, Glaziar Gamble. Yeah. So anyway, overall, I don't want to just keep badgering on about Dictor and that sort of thing. So
We could.
we could talk for as long as his dick was in this podcast. Just never end. So
talk about a 24-hour live stream. Jeez.
that one would have to be on OnlyFans. So League of Legends, another thing that they're doing is coming up with a fighting game called Project L.
Yeah.
I watched some clips. It's Tekken style fighting.
Yeah. Tekken, Street Fighter.
I'm not as excited for it as their RPG game.
Yeah.
Their RPG game looks more fun. I'm not a huge fighting game. I
I'm
liked
not
Tekken back in the day,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I'm not too huge on this. I don't know if I'll really play it.
it's a good market for them to get into money making wise because there's so many like fighting games like that
Good
that are popular
characters. Yeah.
and a lot of characters to choose from. But
Yeah. I would have tried
Not
to
for me.
like get into one. I would have tried to give like the rights to one of your characters into one of these games.
as opposed
like
to making
Street-
your own,
Yeah, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
right?
or
Because at this
something
point
like
you're
that.
spreading your company really thin, as opposed to selling your rights and collecting royalties. You don't
Yeah.
have to do the work.
Like put Darius in Mortal Kombat. You know, like
What's that one? It's not Xenoblade Chronicles, but it's something.
Genshin Impact.
No, that was a mobile game. Anyway, there's a fighting game that's really popular that they could always do one of those. Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat.
Yeah.
Like, put them in one of those games as opposed to doing your own. I think I agree. That's much smarter.
And then, I mean, in my opinion, put all your efforts to an MMO.
That's the number one thing they should be doing.
Activision is, having a ton of problems.
Blowing up, yeah.
And, they own Blizzard. Blizzard owns World of Warcraft. And, that's probably going to take a hit. So now's your chance to make, the next best
Now
MMO
that
RPG.
I would dive my life into to do an play an MMO league.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I would love to help them with it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm all for it. So anyway, Project L probably won't play it. The last League of Legends topic that we would like to cover, our favorite player ever in Pro League of Legends is TSM Soren Bjergsen.
Yeah.
He's on Team Liquid now. He announced that he had signed a deal the other day, but didn't announce the team because they were making this video for it, obviously. He TL Bjergsen. So now Team Liquid is Whippo, Santorin, Bjergsen, Hans Sama, Core JJ.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. That is so much talent. When the worst person on your team is Core JJ and probably Bjergsen, at least when he starts out, when those are your two worst people on your team, that is a scary team, at least in NA. Once you get to Worlds,
the only difference, the only difference if we talk about like TSM is that Spica can take over a game, where I don't ever expect Santorin to like take over a game. I mean, when Santorin was on TSM, he'd go 5-0 and he couldn't take over.
But the problem is Whippo can take over a game, Bjergsen can, Hans Sama can.
Yeah. And I mean, we got just put this into Tactical. Is a very big upgrade. If only we had someone like Tactical, like on our academy team, before they went to like say Team Liquid by chance. That would have been nice.
It would have been good. But we still have Sword Art, don't we?
No, I don't believe so. I don't think we have a spot.
They could replace him with us.
We could.
Honestly,
in my opinion,
we'd be better than Sword Art.
Next thing they need to do, TSM fans we need to see a TSM Jensen. That's what needs to happen.
Oh yeah, he's better than Power of Evil.
Yep.
And he's Bjergsen's counter.
Yeah. He needs to switch his name back to Incarnation. And then we should.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
that would be sick. Like switch it Incarnation and have Zion Spark. By the way, I don't know if you got Viper as their academy top.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Their academy team looks pretty decent. They don't look like a NA starting roster, but they look like a good academy team.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Would love Bjergsen to have stayed.
We'll still be cheering. We'll still be cheering them.
I'll root for Bjergsen, not Liquid.
Yeah.
But once TSM gets knocked out of playoffs, then I'll root for Liquid. Then once Liquid gets knocked out of Worlds groups, I'll stop.
You'll vote for C9.
Or 100 Thieves or FlyQuest, whichever random NA team has somehow made it that far.
Sure.
Last topic, not League of Legends related, but Chris Pratt related. The creator of the new Mario movie coming out is confirmed that Chris Pratt will not give Mario an Italian accent. Not sure why they chose to do this. I think Chris Pratt's very talented as an actor, and I think that they should have just gone with the voice of Mario that's been Mario for 25 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes me think that Charlie Day won't do a voice. Jack Black won't do a voice.
Right.
Obviously, I don't want to judge before it comes out. It's not really Mario if it doesn't have an accent, does he?
No. Maybe he'll put a twang on it, but maybe it just won't be the Italian that we're used to.
So yeah, wanted to bring that up. Not sure if I agree with it, but we'll see what happens. I still want to see it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm rushing to see it first day.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe if people want us to do our no spoiler review of it
on Mario.
Yeah, that's all we got. I thought we had a great amount of fun information in today's episode. Lots of Dictor talk, which I can't get enough of.
I know, yeah, that's gonna be our most watched segment.
I hope so. I think I'm gonna clip that, put that on Twitter. I got it. I just got it. But for those of you that did make it, stick it around. Please feel free to drop a like and comment. Obviously, mentioned before, 50 subscribers by episode 30. Would love to do that episode live. We really appreciate all the people that have been watching. Our Marvel section has actually been doing really well these past few episodes, especially compared to our sports section. Can't really thank you enough. We see that a lot of people come from Twitter, so thank you. For those of you, the people that didn't come from Twitter, check us out, Glaziar Gamble. We have a lot of funny tweets, fun tweets, interact with some Riot employees, interact with some other game developers. So I've interacted with some actors recently that talk back and forth. So, it's pretty fun. I think it's been really exciting. So feel free to check that out. Otherwise, if you're just here to watch us and realize that there are worse looking people on the internet trying to put videos than you, feel free to keep watching us. We hope to see you next week. Make sure to go out there, make a difference in the world. Stay chill. GG.
GG.